Travel with me from Cape Town to Vietnam. So the start of my travel day was a bit of a shit show because I flew from Joburg to Cape Town and they broke into my bag. As you can see, they broke my lock, which was fun, but luckily I don't think they stole anything because I didn't have anything valuable in there, thank God. I was also such an emotional wreck the morning of leaving home. I literally got my period that morning and I had such bad PMS. In future, I'm gonna make sure not to travel when my period is due because I was all over the place. So my first flight was 10 hours from Joburg to Singapore. I flew with Singapore Airlines and it was so nice. I love this airline. And I had a whole row to myself. I was so freaking happy. That is like the best feeling ever when you get there and nobody else comes and sits next to you. So they brought us dinner not long after we took off and it was like a Chinese stir fry. It was pretty good. It could have definitely been worse. I was so tired, so I just really wanted to sleep and luckily I got to lie down, but I could not sleep. It was so frustrating because I literally had a whole row to myself. So I only managed to fall asleep towards the end of the flight and then they woke us up for what they said was lunch and I was like, why are they bringing us lunch for breakfast? I'm so confused. They were like, do you want chicken or fish? And I was like, I've just woken up, but okay, I'll have chicken. I was hungry, so of course I ate it and it wasn't that bad actually. They also give you a little dessert with each meal, which is really nice. So we'd almost arrived in Singapore and the views were getting so beautiful. The clouds looked so trippy. I always have to sit next to the window. I love looking out the window. I just think it's like watching a movie sometimes. Like there's just so much to see. At this point, I was exhausted. I felt like a flippin' zombie. So we finally arrived in Singapore after 10 hours and then I had an hour till my next flight. Then I finally got on the last flight from Singapore to Da Nang, which was my final destination. This flight was only like 2 hours and they actually brought us a whole meal, which I was really surprised by. It was pasta and a cheesecake and they were both so good actually. So finally, after about 24 hours of traveling, I arrived in Da Nang. I was absolutely wrecked, but so happy to finally be here.